Hi, my name is Daniela Gassi, and I will be performing the song For Forever from the musical Dear Evan Hansen, music and lyrics by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. The reason I think this song relates to family is because on the surface, the lyrics describe two friends, one who helps the other up when they are down. I think that family, friends, and music can all do this for us. All of the parts were performed, recorded, and video edited by me. Thank you to the Toronto Public Library for their use of the green screen room, and to my friend Moan Joseph for mixing my audio. Here's my version of For Forever. Hope you enjoy.
Hey everybody, how are you all doing? My name is Jeff Madden and I'm honored to be one of the adjudicators in the voice, pop, and jazz category. So I would love to be in Stratford with you performing for you live, but unfortunately we still can't do that safely yet. So, welcome to my condo. Here we go. This is where I live in Oakville with my family, and I have two daughters who are 13 and 15, and I've got some of their artwork up behind me and the ukuleles and all that. And since today, the theme of this concert and the music that you're enjoying at home is family, I thought, you know what, I'm going to sing a song about my daughters. And I wanted it to be a pop song since that's the category. And so, boom, it came to me. I'm just going to hit play here on the track. This is Daughters by John Mayer. And I hope you like it. A girl, she puts the colors inside of my world, but she's just like a maze where all of the walls all continually change. And I've done all I can to stand on the steps with my heart in my hand. Now I'm starting to see maybe it's got nothing to do with me. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls become lovers, turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Do it ding. Oh, you see that skin? It's the same she's been standing in since the day she saw him walking away. Now she's left cleaning up the mess he made. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls become lovers, turn into the mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Oh, boys, you can break. You find out how much you can take. Boys will be strong, and boys soldier on. The boys would be gone without the love of a woman's good heart. Yeah. Oh, on behalf of every man, looking out for every girl, you are the God and the weight of a world. Yeah. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. So girls become lovers, turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Mothers, be good to your daughters too. So mothers, be good to your daughters too.
Welcome to this special edition of Family Treasures for the Kiwanis Festival of the Performing Arts. And joining me is Kim Foster. Kim, thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's go back in history. The Shaw family came to Stratford in the early 1900s. Why were they so musical?
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with that's what the entertainment was at that point in time. My mother always reminisces about when she was a little girl, how at Christmas time everybody got around the piano and everybody brought out their instruments, and that was their entertainment.
And your father was also musical?
No, it was more my mother's side of the family.
And then they went on, they had a casino band. Tell us about that history.
Well, my grandfather, my mother's father, he was the leader of the 1925 casino band, which used to play down at the Stratford Casino, which was the badminton center at the time, which is now the new Tom Patterson Theatre. And with him in that band was his sister Edith and his brother Frank. So there was three of them, along with Gord Beadle, Cliff Ferguson, Ken James, and Alex Ferguson.
Wow, that's quite a history. So then your grandpa also was one of the first performers for the Stratford Music Festival. So tell us about that.
Yes, he was in the cornet. He played for the cornet in the 1928 festival. But the year before, the very first year of the festival, his brother, Frank Shaw, played the violin with Verna Siegel, and my Aunt Ede played the piano for that.
Your mom then grew up in a musical household.
Yes.
So when did she start? I assume she was on the stage for the festival as well, correct?
No, she worked in the offices, but she wasn't on the stage. And my aunt, her twin sister, was actually more musical. She sang in choirs and that. But actually all of my grandparents' sisters and brothers, their children weren't that musical. And then we all dabbled in it a bit, but all of our children are extremely musical.
Yeah, multi-generational. So your first, if you will, your first performance at Kiwanis, do you remember it? Can you tell us about it a bit?
I do remember it. I sang Cuckoo. I was in grade 7 and I was terrified. That's pretty much all I remember about it.
Yes, and that's part of the great experience of it. So what else did you go on to do musically?
Oh, I performed a couple of years because I just found a ribbon. I came in third for a piece called Snowflake, and I don't even remember doing that one. So I wouldn't say that music was my strong suit.
So how did it become the next generation strong suit?
Well, we're not really sure, but they all are extremely musical. My son plays the piano by ear, and it's just incredible. He plays all kinds of instruments, piano, drum. He picked up his cousin's violin and could play it right away. So he's just one of those people who can pick up anything. And
did he perform on Kiwanis Music Festival?
Yes, he did. And they used to say he was part of the Stratford Central a cappella group, vocal cords, and they always did very well.
So then I think in 2009, your family had an award for the festival. Tell us about that and why that came about.
Well, because all of that generation was very musical, and my great aunt Ede was the last one alive. All the rest of them had passed away, and we just felt that it would be a great way to tribute the family. And because music was so much a part of their lives, we thought this would be a great award to have. And because they always used to play together, we thought it would be a great idea for it to go to a family ensemble group.
Yes, and why specifically an ensemble group?
I think, well, Michelle, who was in charge of the festival at that time, there wasn't an award honoring that, and she just thought that it was a great way to honor the family because they used to play together so much as an ensemble.
Yeah, actually, and often they can be awesome to listen to because it's quite fun too. The adjudication process through the festival, why do you think, looking at your son's musical journey, if you will, why was that important to him?
Oh, I think the camaraderie building with each other, not only with the instruments, learning all the different instruments. I just think that music and the arts is such an incredible grounding for anybody. And it's, I just think it's something you'll carry with you for the rest of your life.
Why do you think 95 years later, because you did say the date as well, the Kiwanis Festival for the Performing Arts is still relevant in 2022?
I think, again, I think it was probably very important over these last couple of years to keep people together, to give them something to do, to bring joy to their lives. It just, to me, the arts, performing arts are an extremely important part and should never be neglected or cut off of the agendas of schooling.
Kim, you've traveled the world. Why do you think coming back to Stratford, it's such a special place, so significantly in the arts?
It is a very unique place. And I'm thankful, I'm so thankful to Tom Patterson, who I knew, for actually having the vision to have this here, this festival, and to just, I don't know why it's happened, but I'm just very, very happy that it has. And it's been wonderful for us to be able to support through having literary retreats. We've had all kinds of musicians here. We've had all kinds of artists here. Stratford is a very special place, and I really hope it continues. And by the looks of what's happening this season, it looks like everybody's going to come back together and we're going to have a wonderful time through all the different arts.
Now, the Kiwanis Festival has been able to pivot, if you will, doing this virtually. Do you think that the live portion, knowing what your son did and what you went through, is also an important element of just learning and becoming a better musician?
Oh, absolutely, because you're totally different in front of an audience than you are virtually. And you can feed off of that. You can feed off of the energy when you're in the room. And I mean, if all elements happen to hit at the right point, it's incredibly magical.
What's your son doing musically now?
Well, due to the pandemic, not that much. He's now a paramedic with the city of Guelph. So his time has been very, very busy dealing with that. He does miss it, really, really misses it, and hopes to. His big thing is jazz now. He's a drummer. And so he's looking to try in Guelph to get hooked up with some other jazz musicians and play in his spare time.
So he still enjoys playing, but I assume probably not much in terms of action. But it's starting, as you said, things are starting to reopen so that next generation can go on.
Absolutely. And it's for him, it's a huge, with his job and that, it's a huge stress release for him to be able to play.
Kim, is it 4 generations then your family's been involved with Kiwanis?
Well, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and then my mom's generation, our generation, and then, yeah, so 4 generations.
Yeah, it's incredible, actually. This festival is, of course, one of the strongest ones in Canada. And I call them emerging artists. So your son may be a professional paramedic, but because he's an emerging artist, can be actually as good as a professional, but does this for his own passion. So we'll hopefully hear him in a jazz quartet or something and playing the drums. So what's it like, lastly, coming to your home? What's it like musically when you get together? What's it look like?
Oh, well, we have a lovely upright piano here. So whenever Connor does come back to the house, he usually sits down and plays, and we all just sit and listen to all the incredible stuff he comes up with.
Kim, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for the Shaw family and also your dedication towards the Kiwanis Festival of the Performing Arts. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hi everyone, my name is Paris Kai and I'm a 2021 inaugural KFAF award winner. I'm really excited to be participating in this year's virtual Family Treasures benefit concert in support of Stratford Kiwanis 2022. In the past 2 years, with COVID-19 and everything else that's been going on, I hope that we've all been able to experience all the highs and lows of the pandemic with our close family, friends, and loved ones. For this concert, I chose the piece called L'alouette, or The Lark, composed by Glinka and Balakirev in the 1800s. I chose The Lark for its at the times really sad and somber, and at the time really brilliant and hopeful melody portrayed throughout the piece that I think is an excellent parallel to the constantly changing and roller coaster of emotions and feelings reality that we've been living in the past 2 years now. It's been a long time, and hopefully that we've been experiencing with our close family and friends and our loved ones. I really hope that you enjoy this piece, and thank you so much for participating in this year's concert.